Hello, this is M911, where your urgent emergency calls are responded to, your questions are answered, and you get solutions to most or almost all your car equipment from Highstar. The first question I got was, what are the common issues associated with the 3408C Caterpillar engine in a D9R? Now, the first one we are going to deal with is starting issues, fuel delivery or compression issues. If the engine runs at full throttle and only stalls during idle, you should look at your fuel system. There could be fuel restriction, lack of compression, or fuel supply issue. Problems such as clogged filters, air in the fuel can cause poor performance or low fuel delivery, and this can cause the engine to stall. Regular inspections, changing of filters, and using the right type of fuel will increase your chances of avoiding this starting problem. The next point we are going to talk about is injection problems. Now, these injector failures are common issues on these dozer engines. Sometimes changing the injectors, or what we call nozzles, changing the nozzles might still not be enough, because these nozzles work in conjunction with the injection pump. So if the nozzle fails, and then sometimes you might have problems with your injection pump. This system uses the pump and lines injection. So sometimes you might have issues with this injection pump. It causes your engine to run rough, stall at low idle, or give you some low power. Sometimes it could be the injection pump fuel ratio control as well. You need to have a specialist to check this pump for you. Now, our next point is low boost pressure. Now, if you have pressures as low as 4 to 5 psi, you might be having problems with your air supply, which might come from your turbocharger. You will have to quickly inspect your turbocharger. Now, sometimes you might not have a problem with the engine, but other external factors could derail or give problems to the engine, especially hydraulic pumps. When you have an issue with the hydraulic pump, it might hold your engine. When the pump is getting damaged, it might have effects on the engine, because when the pump becomes so tight, the engine struggles at high speeds because it's having extra load to work on. Now, our next problem will be compression issues. Sometimes compression issues may not be only blow-by gases, because you might not see it in the blow-by, but you still face difficulties due to compression issues. Testing compression issues through the nozzle port or injector ports might be the best solution to be able to detect some of this. And the other one that we'll talk about is your torque converter. Yes, the torque converter is supposed to multiply the torque at the end of the flywheel. But guess what? If you have a problem with the torque converter, the load is placed directly on the engine, and the engine has to work so hard. Because there is no multiplication, the engine suffers, and yet no much work is done. You might want to check your torque converters. I hope your questions are answered, and then we'll pick up the next question in our next routine of M911. I'm your host, Engineer Abdulrahman. Have a wonderful time.